Hello and welcome back to episode 39 of Control. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So we just got the Walkman, which is apparently going to help us get through that hotel maze that's constantly changing. And I don't know what's going on with the base of this pillar here. We've got some kind of like vaguely Sephiroth sort of symbology. We got a little tree with huge roots. It looks like, yeah, there's seven roots going down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches up top. I don't see that kind of marking on any of the other pillars, so I don't know what that's about. And I also just noticed that the equipment that usually surrounds these control points is it's sort of atypical. We've got some kind of large pans on stands made of brooms, replacing the the usual dishes. And this emergency beacon is an inverted bleach bottle. So I don't know if yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, sort of vaguely janitorial, but I wonder if that means that there's some sort of occultish meaning to the control point equipment itself. Like it has some kind of ritual meaning. But that's a fun little detail. I don't remember seeing that when we visited Ahti, or when we caught up to him on his vacation. Okay, so let's see what this maze is all about. Yeah, we have the proper equipment here. Alright, I'm gonna shut up so we can enjoy this soundtrack for a minute. Well, are we done with the awesome rock sequence? This has got to be like... Oh! Okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to go down there. Can't get up there.
That was awesome.
It really was. And it feels like sort of a tonal shift in the game, too, because up to this point, the oldest house has been something sort of foreign and maybe not altogether friendly. But that really felt like... Yeah. That really felt like...
Projector. The expedition into Slidescape 36. What Darling brought back changed everything.
Thank you, director. So as I was saying, that was the first time that it really felt like the house was working with us, which was pretty neat. So, is the former director now telling us that Darling brought back the hiss from the projector? Has anyone else seen that janitor mopping up around here? Isn't this a restricted access area? Who gave him permission to come in here? And how the fuck did he get through the maze? Well, now we know.
Yeah, you want me here. Finding the projector was how this all began. What started in ordinary ends here. You, me, Dylan. We've all come full circle.
Well, that may well be true, Jesse, but I think that there is also going to be something that continues here. I think that you're gonna come around on the whole being the director thing. To all Dimensional Research staff, I've heard that numerous people have been complaining about the sand piled up around Dimensional Research. This sand is a precious research material from a foreign dimension, and will be examined more thoroughly when I have the time. If you attempt to clean or dispose of this sand, I will bar you from any future research endeavor. You will spend the rest of your career licking envelopes in a cubicle, staring at a cat poster. Do not touch my sand. Okay, so we know that Darling knew something was coming. We know that he built the Hedron thingies before the hiss arrived. And now the former director has told us that he brought something back from the projector, which we also know is what brought Jesse into contact with Polaris. And I think we've gotten some hints that the director might have been infested by or converted by the hiss, and that might have been what led him
There was a doorway here.
to shoot
To
himself.
where Dylan and I went, where the projector took us, where we met you. The Bureau opened the same door here, but there's just an echo now. Are you close?
Pretty
Just
cool
on the other
echo.
side?
So did Darling know what he wrought? Did he figure it out too late? Some weird graphical stuff going on with the sand here. Or is it weird interdimensional stuff? Wherein lies the difference? Stand away from frame when emergency lights are on. So obviously they shut off the projector. Probably too late. After the hiss made its beachhead. Cutscene.
The projector's not here. Moved again. What did Darling do with it? I've got to find out.
I mean, most likely he stuck it in the deepest, darkest hole available to him. Don't you think?
This side towards screen, and the number 36. The topography of slidescape 36 bears deep wave marks. On the slide and in the distance, there's a formation of 5 pillars like crude, outstretched fingers. There were casualties on our first expedition. Communication is an issue. There is no sound there, as if you've gone deaf, and radios don't work. Correction, resonance from an unknown source in part within the range of audible frequency. It acts in unpredictable ways, causing feedback loops that can tear you apart. Trench insists he heard something else. It made his ears bleed. Our equipment found no evidence of anything beyond the primary resonance. Trench's medical tests show nothing amiss. The projected image from
There we
each
go.
slide is a physical portal into another dimension. Only one slide remains. Dylan's sister burned the rest in ordinary before we could intercept.
What happened to the video?
Text on it. Color slide film, this side towards screen, and the number 36. The topography of slidescape 36 bears deep wave marks. On the slide and in the distance,
Okay,
there's
fine.
a formation of 5 pillars like crude.
So, Trench was the beachhead. What on earth were they doing sending the director and the head of research into an unexplored dimension? With all of the bureaucracy and red tape and policy and procedure that we've seen and that we know exists outside of what we've seen, that makes no sense. Hedron and the Hedron resonance are arguably the greatest assets this Bureau has ever possessed. The security of Hedron is unspeakably vital, which is why we have redacted from the majority of Bureau employees. This report details the containment procedures required for the Hedron containment chamber, including details on the redacted being pumped into the containment cell, mechanical upkeep of the resonance siphons, and the arrangement of the acoustic pillars to dampen or amplify the sonic range of the chamber. Note, for more information on the proper operational procedures of the resonance siphons, an additional report is coming soon. Refer to File 731-1830 for full report.
Expedition 3. We located the source of the resonance in Slidescape 36. It is an entity, a living organism of a considerable mass. I've named it Hedron based on its physical shape.
Hedron.
We built a
Was
container
that
for it.
you? Did he bring you here? Is that why you brought me here? You're here. You're here. They have you. I know you. I remember her from Ordinary. I thought I'd never see you again. Hang on, I'm coming.
So they captured this thing and brought it here and sought to harness it. Well, where am I supposed to go now? Back, I guess.
Casper, darling, and this is my final message. It's not the end. But after this, I won't. I exposed myself to Hedron resonance fully. It's changing me. I see you. I've been shown so much. Slidescape 36 was where Hedron stopped the spread of another. It's terrifying. It really is. It's another source of resonance. Trench was exposed to this other. It will now spread. I've done everything I can to stop the Hedron resonance amplifiers. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I won't be here when it happens. I should have told Lemon more. I'm being sent one more lesson. Something wonderful, I think.
Okay. Well, things are really starting to come together. The slide projector only works with slide 36. Logically, this means the slide itself is a part of the object of power, or a distinct altered item. But of course I had to make sure no other slides worked. I had to try. I thought maybe emotion had something to do with it. Connection, history, love. I brought in my parents' old slides, birthday parties, vacations to Niagara Falls, my first day of high school, that kind of thing. There were 2 boxes worth. I had to dig around the garage for an hour to find them. Never once thought of looking at them since they passed. I tried them all. I waited until the staff left for the night. I stayed up in that booth for hours, trying every one. Projector off, slide out, slide in, projector on. Nothing happens. Projector off, slide out, slide in, projector on. Nothing happens. Love wasn't the common factor. There's no correlation that I can see. Maybe the slide itself is the object of power. Maybe the projector is just an accessory. Maybe it doesn't matter. Why'd that fucking kid have to burn the other slides? Okay, so the Bureau, meddling with something they did not understand and could not control, took the slide from ordinary, the slide projector and the slide.
Through here?
They opened up.
Coming through so strong. Darling used this HRA to lock the door. I have to rip it off to get in. Are you sure? Okay, I'll be there. Hang on.
They opened up the dimension in slide 36. They went in. They tipped the balance of power there, where Polaris was holding the hiss in check. And the rest is history. Or this has all been an incredibly long con, and we're about to make things so much worse.
I made it.
Or both.
You can't believe I do it to the hole in you! You have only spent the only child, a copy of a copy of a copy!
No. Why did you... This was a mistake.
And of course, we've been calling it Hedron because that's what Casper's been saying. But it's just shortening of it's Hedron, as in polyhedron. Away. I don't like you. Yes. do that. Oh, wow, look at all those guys up there. They're taking it? Crap. Come on. Where's your healer friend? I want them to be my friend. And off we go. Yep. Bye-bye. Okay, well, with that, we are actually out of time for today, so come back and see me again in episode 40 of Control for a very dramatic rescue of a polyhedron named Polaris, and maybe some answers. And we've got to be either getting close to the end, or close at least to a very big plot point. So, talk to you then.